Hello, happy Tuesday, third grade. Today for science, we're going to be using climate data to make predictions. So we're going to do this just by going through examples and talking through it. This will be a little bit of a review of what we've talked about the past few weeks going over weather and climate. So the first thing they're going to give us is a graph to help answer the questions below. So this is the average precipitation, so the average amount of waterfall in Kenya. So here we have the months of the year, and we see these lines are showing how much precipitation in millimeters. So January about 45, February a little less, maybe 43, in April 160 milliliters. So those lines help us see. So now they're asking us which statement is true about average monthly precipitation in Nairobi. So does it get the same amount of precipitation each month? Well, when we look at the graph, in July they don't get a lot, but in April they get a lot. In July they don't get a lot, April they do get a lot. So it's not the same every month. If it was the same every month, they'd all be at the same line. So that's not true. More precipitation falls in April than in August, so the first thing we want to do is find April and August. Well, that's true. April has a lot more rain than August, so that is a true statement. But let's also check our last one just to be extra sure. More precipitation falls in September than in November. So we're going to find September. They're saying more falls in September than November. Well, that's not true because November has more rain than September. So this would be the correct one. All right, awesome. So then we're going to just continue on looking at graphs, and we have to just look at the graphs and look at the answers. Which one is true? Now they're also going to give us a different graph to look at. So now we're talking about temperature, no longer precipitation, but the temperature outside. So here are the temperature scales, and then here are the months of the year. And remember, the higher the temperature, the hotter it is. So which are the hottest on average in Adelaide? I hope I said that right. But, so let's see, which one has the highest? September and October? Well, those two aren't the highest. April and May, again, there's still dots higher. January and February, it looks like those are the hottest on average because they have the highest dots. They're over 20, the rest were under 20. So we're going to say January and February. Awesome. So then they're also going to give us this graph to make sure that we're answering questions as well. So then also today, they're going to ask us to be looking at both graphs. So here we have our temperature graph, and here we have our precipitation graph. So now they're asking us to select the best weather predictions for Johannesburg in May. So when we look here, May is only about 13 Celsius, so it's not the warmest, but it's not the coldest. And it doesn't get that much rain either. It's one of the months with the least amount of precipitation. So let's look. The average temperature will be higher than 15 degrees Celsius. So let's look back here. This is May. No, it's usually below 15 degrees. Here's 15. May is below. So that's not a very accurate one. It's not going to be higher. The average temperature will be less than 15 degrees Celsius. Well, when we just looked, it usually is less than 15 degrees Celsius because it's below the 15 line. So that would be an accurate statement. So we can already take out the top one, but these two are both say will be less than 15 degrees Celsius. So that is an accurate statement. So let's predict the precipitation. And there will be more precipitation than in March. So we're going to go here, May, March. March has a higher graph, so March actually gets more precipitation than May. So that wouldn't be right. But let's check this one. There will be more precipitation than in July. So we have May and July. Yep, usually there's less precipitation, so that would be our correct answer. And we got it. So just make sure to look at your graphs carefully. We're going to be working with temperature and with precipitation. And have fun, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, third grade.